Tutorial 3, which is the number theory and the cryptography. In this chapter or in this tutorial, the numbers that we are talking about are the integers. We know what does integer mean. إيش يعني integer? Integer I'm talking about Z. We refer to it with Z. Integer يعني أعداد صحيحة. I'm talking about the 0, I'm talking about the 1, I'm talking about the 2 and the 3 and so on. And I'm talking about the -1 and the -2, the -3 and so on. So what we are talking about in this chapter is the integers, الأعداد الصحيحة. Okay, ما عندنا fractions, ما عندنا decimals, ما عندنا فواصل, ما عندنا roots. I'm talking about integers الحين when we talk about those theories that we are discussing. I shared the screen. You can see the screen already, right? Yeah. First of all, the first concept we're gonna discuss is what we call the division. The screen is shared, Ruwaina. Look out and then again. The problem is from your side. So the first concept we are talking about is the division. If I have A and B and Z, يعني أعداد صحيحة, يعني integers with A is not equal to 0, we say in A divide the B. A divide the B يعني A تقسم ال B. We say that A divide the B if it happened in ال B على A is equal to another integer I'm calling C. A divide the B, A تقسم ال B إذا كان ال B على ال A equal to another integer that I'm calling C. For example, the 2 divide the 12. Why the 2 divide the 12? لأن ال 12 على 2 is equal to 6, which is another integer. Example, does the 2 divide the 15? لا, it is not dividing the 15 because in the 15 على 2 is equal to how much is that? It is equal to 14.5, which is not integer. So it is not. 2 does not divide the 15. You got the idea? Yeah, sorry, it is 7.5. Yeah, you are correct. This is 7.5, which is not integer. ما هو عدد صحيح. It's decimal, so it's not acceptable. I'm talking about integers. So 2 does not divide the 15. One more example. Does the 3 divide the 9? هل يقسم ال 9؟ إذا ما طلع عدد صحيح أقول it does not divide. لا يقسم. لا يقسم. The 3 does divide the 9. ليش؟ لأن the 9 على 3 you have to use a calculator هنا. جيبوا calculator على جنب. 9 على 3. This is equal to what? This is equal to 3. Integer ولا لا؟ Integer. So this is correct. The 3 divide the 9. طيب, let's try this. Does the 5 divide the 19? Does the 5 divide the 19 ولا لا؟ We divide 19 على 5. This equal to 3.8. ما هو integer. Since it's not integer فأقول إن ال 5 does not divide the 19. You get the idea. So be careful how we are writing the things. Go back to here. Come with me to the division definition. We say إن ال A divide the B. نقرأها إن A divide the B إذا كان ال B على A is equal to C. ننتبه كيف ترتيب الأمور. ال A divide the B إذا كان ال B على A is equal to C. One second. Oh. Just 1 second. There is a lag now. Okay. So A divide the B when B على A is equal to another number that we call it C. We say that A is a factor of B. يعني A قاسم من قواسم ال B لأن ال B انقسمت بال A and this give me another integer. صح ولا لا؟ يعني for example if I say إن 2 divide the 12 2 قاسم من قواسم ال 12 so it's a factor of B. Also we say إن ال A is a divisor. نسميها يا factor يا divisor. وال B is a multiple of A. Multiple of A يعني من مضاعفات ال A. All of this we can imagine it with the 12 and the 2. The 2 is a factor of a 12. The 2 is a divisor of a 12. And the 12 we say it is a multiple of the 2. من مضاعفات ال 2 يعني. ال 2 is a factor, ال 2 is a divisor, وال 12 نقول إن it is a multiple. All those terminologies you have to know them. بتسمعوني أقول factor, بتسمعوني أقول divisor, بتسمعوني أقول multiple. So you have to know what does this mean. A does not divide the B. We write it like this. A does not divide the B if it is not dividing it. Like this example. When I say in the 3 مثلا is not dividing the 19. So it is not, does not divide the 19. We can express the A على B using the quantifiers as the following. A divide the B if I can find the C such that إن ال B على A is equal to C. Cross multiplication يعني راح يكون B equal to AC. متى راح يكون A divide the B؟ لما أقدر ألاقي C such that إن ال A multiplied with the C will give me the B. It makes sense? الحين the 2 divide the 12 لأن ال 12 is 2 multiplied 6. قدرت ألاقي 6 to be multiplied with the 2 to give me the 12. This what does it mean? And طبعا the domain is Z. Okay, this is another way to refer to this. Example, I have the 3 divide the minus 12. This is true. لأن ال minus 12 على 3 is minus 4. لكن does the 3 divide the 7? لا, it does not. So we say in the 3 divide the 7 is إيش? False here. You got that? For the division thing, we have the following rules. If I have A, B, C, كلهم in Z, all of them are integers. I'm not talking about decimals. If A divide the B, A divide the C, the same A, divide the A, same A, divide the B, the C, I'm sorry, divide the B مرة, or divide the C مرة, then A will divide their sum. It makes sense? إذا كان يقسم البي ويقسم السي راح يقسم مجموعهم. Example, they give you this example here. Check this example. ل 3 divide the 12 وال 3 نفسها divide the 9. Does the 3 divide the 12 plus 9 اللي هي 21? Yeah. ال 3 تقسم ل 21 لأن 21 على 3 is equal to what? 7. You can try many examples. نجرب مثلا. 2 divide the 4 and 2 divide مثلا let's say the 6 على حسب الرول هذه معناها ان 2 لازم يقسم ال 4 plus 6. ايش 4 plus 6؟ 10. Does it? That's true. Yeah. 2 divide the 10 لأن 10 على 2 is equal to 5. Integer again. Also, we have the following. هذا the first point. The second point, إذا ال A divide the B, then ال A will divide the B multiply with any other number C. أي رقم ثاني C بضربه في ال B, then A will divide. مثلا أنا عندي let's do this. Let's check this example أول. 2 divide the 6. فexpected إن 2 will divide the 6 multiply with the 3, which is 18, and this is correct, that 2 divide 18, because 18 على 2 is equal to 9. Yeah? One more example. أنا عندي مثلا 2 divide the 12, then the 2 will divide the 12 لو ضربتها ب 2, which is 24, correct ولا لا؟ The 2 divide 24, yeah, that's correct. ال 3 جبتها من راسي، أي رقم؟ أي رقم؟ ال 3 is any number. أي رقم C راح أضربه في ال B, it will divide. فهنا مثلا I multiply with a 2. This give me 2 divided 24. معناها إن 24 على 2. This equal to 12. So that's correct. The division works. Okay? لا لا لا. C is any number. Don't get confused between the C, that C and that C. Yeah. أي رقم راح أضربه في البي still ال A راح تقسمه. هذا معنى الكلام هذا. Got me? طيب. Let's check number 3. If A divide the B, will B divide the C, then A divide the C. Can you see what's happening هنا? ال A تقسم ال B. وال B نفسها قاعدة تقسم C. What do you think? معناها ال A will divide the C. We can jump. ال A قسمت ال B. وال B نفسها قسمت C. هذا معناها أن ال A will divide the C. Example, if I say 2 divide the 6. وعندي 6 divide the 12. هذا implies أن 2 will divide the 12. We can jump like this. You got it? 2 divide the 6, with 6 نفسها divide the 12, then 2 divide the 12. Yeah. The division algorithm. Division algorithm, you took this, I don't know, grade, I don't know, in grade 7 or 8, اللي هي خوارزمية القسمة. Okay. When you are dividing A by a number D, the result is Q and the remainder is R. أنا لما أقسم عدد A على D بيكون الناتج Q والباقي R. تذكرون القسمة المطولة. Example, simple example. If I'm dividing 13 على 2, كم الناتج؟ 13 على 2 كم فيها؟ فيها 6. 6 multiplied with 2 is what? 12. والباقي كم؟ 1. نوقف هنا القسمة. ليش؟ لأن الباقي أقل من المقسوم عليه. You remember that? Yeah, you don't say يا روينا 6.5. إحنا we are talking about integers. فراح نتكلم عن باقي ما راح نتكلم عن ال 0.5. So this is the algorithm, the division algorithm. 13 لما قسمتها على 2 الناتج 6 والremainder is 1. So we can say هنا we can say إن 13 لما قسمتها على 2 الناتج 6 والremainder 1. So we can write it like this. 13 is equal to 6 multiplied with 2 plus 1. صح ولا لا؟ 2 multiplied 6 is 12 plus 1 it's 13. ف13 is 6 في 2 plus 1. فهذه نسميها الالجوريثم, division algorithm. فif I'm doing this like this, فال-A اللي قسمتها is equal to D multiplied with the Q plus the remainder R, and this is what we call the division algorithm. And if you remember, احنا متى نوقف القسمة؟ لما ال R remainder تكون أقل من ال D اللي هو الرقم اللي أنا قاعد أقسم عليه. Right? Let me give you one more example. If, for example, I'm dividing the 25 على 3. What's the result? Use your calculator. دخلوا لي ال 25 قسموها على 3. What's the result? يطلع عندكم 8.3. استخدموا الآلة الحاسبة. قسموا لي 25 على 3. It's 8.3. اتفقنا ان احنا ما ناخذ ال 0.3. نشيل ال 0.3 so we just write 8. الحين multiply the 8 with the 3. The result is 24. We subtract, the remainder is 1. بوقف. I'm gonna stop. لأن the remainder is less than the number I'm dividing with. So we stop هنا. So this is the division. So I can say in the 25 is equal to الرقم اللي قاعد أقسم عليه 3 multiplied with 8 plus the remainder 1. And this is the division algorithm. Exactly. الحين we come to the mod and the div. الQ اللي هو الناتج قاعدين نسميه div. Check here. يعني ناتج قسمة ال A على ال D قاعد أسميها div. And the remainder when I divide A على D is what I call the mod. Okay? So the quotient اللي هو ال Q والremainder اللي هو ال R. الquotient راح أسميها div والremainder راح أسميها mod اللي هي باقي القسمة. So if I check this example, the one بالبلو اللي على اليسار، إيش 25 mod 3؟ يعني لما أقسم 25 على 3 إيش الباقي؟ كم؟ 1. Excellent. وإيش 25 div 3؟ يعني ناتج قسمة ال 25 على 3 it's equal to what? It is 8. Excellent. Now this example اللي هنا على اليمين. لو سألتكم إيش 13 mod 2؟ يعني إيش باقي قسمة ال 13 لما بقسمها على 2؟ It's 1. وإيش 13 div 2؟ It's equal to 6. ماشي؟ Now we have example, don't worry. We have an example now to show you how to find the quotient and how to find the remainder. Question, what is the quotient and what is the remainder when 101 is divided by 11? اتفقنا الquotient معناها قاعد أسأل عن الdiv. الremainder معناها قاعد أسأل عن what we call the mod. الdiv اللي هي الQ والmod اللي هي الR. Okay? So, to find the quotient, you can see this green box. To find 101 div 11, we find the floor of 101 على 11. مو احنا أخذنا الفلور function last time؟ مو أخذنا الفلور function last time? You don't have to do this long division thing. We can use the floor function. The floor of 101 على 11 is my Q. 101 على 11, if you do it with the calculator, the answer is 9.11. What is the floor of 9.11? It is 9. So I found the diff. It is 9. Now, go back to that relation. مو احنا اتفقنا ان العدد اللي بقسم عليه we call it A أو بقسمه it's equal to D multiply Q plus R. فال R then is equal to A minus D multiplied with Q. هذه مفروض نحفظها لأن راح نستخدمها. ال A is equal to D. It's always the floor, dear. Yeah. شهد, it's always the floor function to find the div. So since A is equal to D في Q plus R, ال R is equal to A minus D في Q. هذه تنحفظ. هذه ضرورية لأن once I find the Q وأنا already عندي ال D وعندي ال A I can find the R. So they did this هنا. ال R is A العدد اللي أنا قاعد أقسمه اللي هو 101 minus ال D اللي قاعد أقسم عليه اللي هو 11 وال Q that I got here which is 9. So 101 minus 9 في 11 is equal to 2. Again, let me show you what happened, what we did here. Simply, أنا عندي 101 and I'm dividing it by 11. يبغى من عندي ال quotient ويبغى من عندي ال remainder. ال quotient we call it div والremainder we call it mod. To find the quotient, we find the floor function of 101 على 11. And to find the R, we use this relation and it is equal to A minus D multiplied with Q. Good? Let me clarify this here. هذا Q. This one is the Q. For step 1, we find the quotient. Step 2, we use this to find the remainder. So when we divide 101 على 11, it's equal, what did we say? 101, if we divide it by 11, it is, okay, 9.18. What's the floor of 9.18? It is 9. We got the Q. الحين هذه ال A وهذه ال D وهذه طلعت 9 which is my Q. Just substitute هنا. هذه 101 minus the D which is 11 multiply with the Q which is 9. Do the calculation. You will get this equal to 2. You got that? So this is how we find the Q. This is how we find the R. The Q نسميها div والR نسميها mod. We write it like this. We say in 101 div 11 is equal to 9. يعني ناتج قسمة ال 101 على ال 11 is 9. And we say in the 101 mod ال 11 is equal to 2. يعني باقي قسمة ال 101 على ال 11 is equal to 2. You got that? Yeah, easy. One more example. Minus 11 الحين divided by 3. أحب إني أكتبها أنا كذا حتى لو ما استخدمت القسمة المطولة أحب إني أكتبها عشان أعرف إيش قاعد ينقسم على إيش. أنا عندي minus 11 I want to divide it by 3 بيطلع عندي quotient وبيطلع عندي remainder ال R. This is what they want me to find. فأول شيء I find the floor of minus 11 على 3. ها شايفين بالgreen box minus 11 div 3 اللي هي ال Q is equal to minus 11 over 3 which is minus 3.6 بالكالكوليتر راح نحسبها which is minus 4. So عرفت إن هذه is equal to minus 4. فهذه step 1. step 2 ال R اتفقنا إنها ال A minus D multiplies with the Q. ال A is minus 11 هذه A وهذه ال D. So it is minus 4 في ال 3 minus 11 minus 4 في ال 3 it's equal to 1 and this will be my mod. My mod is equal to 1. You got it? No matter what numbers they give you, positive, negative, أرقام كبيرة, all the cases you use the same rule. أول شيء نجيب ال Q by finding the floor function of dividing the two numbers. بإشاراتهم. ننتبه إنه we take them with their signs. And the remainder by using, in the remainder is A minus D multiplies with Q. Any question here? Yeah, good. Now, there is one more example here. It is kind of long solution thing here. عندنا إن 2A plus B is equal to 46 mod 7. And A, now the note هنا, they are just telling you in it cannot be in the remainder is equal to what is that? Minus 2 equal to 2. لو أنا اخترت remainder to be 2 ما راح ينفع لأنه راح يكون negative. بس يعني هذا هو. I didn't want to say it لأن I don't want to complicate the things. إحنا خلاص we know how to find the remainder. عندنا specific relation to find the remainder. Okay. الحين since you are dividing, listen to me. Since you are dividing على 3, فالremainder ممكن تكون 1 وممكن تكون 2 وممكن تكون 0. بس هي طلعت 1 using my way. بس اللي قاعد يقول لكم لو انت اخذت 2 ايش راح يصير؟ راح يطلع negative value which is not acceptable. This is just what they want to say. I don't care about this. I care about you know the steps. So هنا في example they want you to find AB such that in that 2A plus B is equal to 46 mod 7 and A plus 2B is equal to 47 div in 9. So طبعا لازم أجيب ال 46 mod 7 ولازم أجيب ال 47 div 9 so that I have two equations. So عندنا two sides. على اليمين راح أجيب الديف وعلى اليسار راح أجيب المود. طبعا it is two different questions هنا. هنا I'm dividing ال 47 by the 9 وأبغى الديف اللي هو الناتج. So what is it هنا عشان أجيب الديف? It is the floor of 47 على 9. What is 47 على 9? يلا, can you tell me? It is 5.2. It is 5.2. So the floor of 5.2 which equal to 5. Excellent. So الرقم هذا كله بشيله وبحط مكانه ايش؟ 5. هذا كله equal to 5. 47 divided 9 is equal to 5. Come to the other side. I want to find 46 mod 7 الحين. يعني I'm dividing 46 على 7. So أول شيء لازم أجيب الديف which is the floor of 46 على 7. يعني بما أني أبغى المود لازم أسوي 2 steps. هنا لاحظوا سويت step واحدة وخلاص ووقفت. هنا I have to do 2 steps. So 46 على 7 is equal to 6.6. So this is the floor of 6.6 which equal to 6. ممتاز. هذا الكيو. أحتاج أسوي step 2. أحتاج أسوي step 2 إن ال R is equal to A minus D multiply with the Q. إيش ال A 46. إيش ال D 7. وإيش ال Q 6. So the answer is equal to 4. يطلع عندي الباقي is equal to 4. فصار عندي 2 equations now. 2A plus B equal to 4 and A plus 2B is equal to 5. طبعا to solve 2 equations هنا في steps. هو اختصر الخطوات جدا. So let me do them with you. Just in case they give you such a thing in the final exam. We have 2 equations. The first equation is 2A plus B is equal to 4. And the second equation is A plus 2B is equal to 5. If you took the course M132, you would find this very easy. Now, this is, we call it a system of 2 equations. نظام من معادلتين. Now, how to solve a system of 2 equations? We have so many ways to solve it. The first way, the way I'm using is what we call the substitution. الحين عندي B و 2a هنا. So I can write إن ال b is equal to 4 minus 2a. Can I do that? And I'm gonna say this is my equation number 1. And this I'm gonna keep it as equation number 2. You can see what I did. بالمعادلة الأولانية تركت b بطرف، الأشياء الثانية جبتها بطرف ثاني. إيش معنى البي؟ لأن البي ما فيها فاكتور، ما بحتاج أقسم على شيء. So I keep it here and I bring that one to the other hand side. The second step, I'm gonna say I'm gonna put equation 1 in equation 2. راح أعوض. I'm gonna substitute equation 1 inside equation 2. How is that? Here I have, this is equation 2, it is a plus 2, and what is the b in this case? The b in this case is 4 minus 2a. شلت ال b وحطيت مكانها 4 minus 2a, and this equal to 5. ال b حطيتها هنا مكان ال b اللي هنا. الحين rearrange the equation. a plus 2 بال4 8, 2 بالminus 2a minus 4a is equal to 5. نجمع ال a, this means إنه minus 3a equal to 5 minus 8. So minus 3a equal to minus 3. This implies in a equal to 1. Solution of system of equations. عادي لو نقلت يا لبابة, it is fine. If you want to do the thing in the equation 2 نقلت ال b الطرف الثاني وخليت ال a, it's fine. ما في, it's up to you. عادي. أنا اخترت إني بحط ال b في طرف وراح أجيب ال a الطرف الثاني, لأني ما راح أحتاج أقسم على شيء. الحين أنا لو خليت ال a هنا بحتاج أقسم على 2. ممكن نستخدم الإيكويشن 2 حتى. ممكن الإيكويشن 2 أخلي ال a طرف وأجيب ال b طرف ثاني. It's still fine. So we got the value of a. الحين we use إن ال a equal 1 in equation 1. ففي الإيكويشن 1 راح أبدل ال a وراح أحطها 1. So what we will get is the following. إن ال b is equal to 4 minus 2 وال a اتفقنا إنها 1. So ال b is equal to 4 minus 2. So the b is equal to 2. بكذا أكون طلعت قيمة ال a and قيمة ال b, and this is the solution. If you took the course M132, this would be very, very easy for you. Okay? آخر شيء الخطوة الأخيرة إن أنا عشان خلاص جبت ال A، طيب أنا من وين بجيب ال B؟ أرجع للمعادلة هذه. مو أنا ال A already عرفتها إنها 1. طيب خلوني أشيل ال A وأحط مكانها 1. This will give me 4 minus 2 في ال 1, which is 4 minus 2, which equal to 2. تكون كذا طلعت معي قيمة ال B. نقدر نسويها بالمعادلة الثانية. Yeah, it's fine. ممكن نحط قيمة ال A بالمعادلة الثانية ونطلع منها B. ما في مشكلة. الحين عوضنا المعادلة الأولى بالثانية أو عوضنا الثانية بالأولى. أوكي؟ ما يفرق. رح يطلع الحل نفسه. حاولوا تحلونها بطريقة ثانية. Solve the same system. Use it in a different way or do it in a different way. Use the second equation and substitute it in the first equation. This will give you the same. ماشي؟ طبعا we don't have much of this system solution يعني بس ممكن sometimes in a question في الفاينل similar to this one. You can see in the slide already they just write the two equations. They didn't write the step of the solution. على طول قالوا this mean إن B equal to 2 and this mean إن A is equal to 1 by solving the equations 1 and 2. The modular congruence. So الحين احنا we finished already talking about the division. تكلمنا عن division already and we're done. The second thing that we are learning today is the modular congruence. Now we say that A is congruent to B model M if it happened in the A, or we write it like this: A congruent to B model M if it happened in the A model M نفسها ال B model M، بمعنى باقي قسمة ال A على ال M نفسها باقي قسمة ال B على ال M، or ال M divide A minus B. Two things to say in an A is congruent to B mod M. If A mod M نفسها B mod M أو إن M divide A minus B. Notice إن A will be في Z معناها integer M لازم تكون في Z plus معناها it's positive integer. طبعا we need an example to understand this. مثلا عندي 6 is congruent to say the 4. mod 2. Why is that؟ لأن 2 تقسم 6 minus 4 ولا؟ Does it؟ 2 تقسم 6 minus 4 ولا لا؟ تقسمه. So إن 6 وال 4 are congruent. One more example. The 15 is congruent to 3 mod 2. صحيحة ولا لا؟ صحيحة. ليش؟ لأن the 2 الرقم اللي داخل is dividing ال 15 minus 3. What's 15 minus 3? It's 12. 2 divided 12? That's true. So they are congruent to each other. Let's try this. The 13 is congruent to 1 mod 2. صحيحة ولا لا؟ صحيحة. لأن 2 is dividing 13 minus 1. What's 13 minus 1? It's 12. 2 divided 12, correct. So this one is correct. Try this. The 7 is congruent to 1 mod 3. صحيحة ولا لا؟ ليش؟ لأن ال 3 الرقم اللي داخل يقسم 7 minus 1. إيش 7 minus 1؟ 6. ال 3 divide 6. True. So this one is true. أعطيكم واحدة ما هي صحيحة. عندنا ال 5 congruent to 1 mod 3. هذه صحيحة. It's true لو 3 تقسم الفرق بين العددين 5 minus 1. إيش 5 minus 1؟ 4 ل 3 تقسم ال 4؟ لا. So it's not congruent. فأكتب إن 5 is not congruent to 1 mod 3. مفهوم الcongruent هذا مفهوم جديد بالنسبة لكم. I know this. معناها نوع من التطابق، معناها نوع من التساوي. But a special type of equivalence هنا. نوع خاص من التساوي. نقول إنهم متساويين إذا كان باقي قسمتهم نفسها على نفس العدد. أوكي؟ بمعنى آخر إن العدد هذا راح يقسم الفرق ما بين العددين. أوكي؟ مثلا for example when I say إن 12 is congruent to 2 مثلا هنا مود 5 معنى كلامي إن ال 12 تساوي 2 لكن بالنسبة لل 5 بمعنى إن ال 5 divide ل 12 minus 2. What's 12 minus 2؟ ما أخذتوها هذه من قبل. هذا الكونسبت جديد بالنسبة لكم. What's 12 minus 2? It is 10. ال 5 divide the 10? Yeah. فمعناها yes في congruent ما بينهم. وهالكلام ايش معناها؟ معناها ان 12 مد ال 5 نفسها ال 2 مد ال 5، يعني باقي قسمتهم نفسها في النهاية. احنا either we use this or we use this and usually هذا اللي حنستخدمه عشان نثبت ان ال 5 الرقم اللي داخل is divide the difference between the two numbers. They are giving you examples هنا. 17 congruent to 5 modulo 6. بالضبط يا أمان. المود يقسم الفرق ما بين العددين، فهنا إيش قاعد يقول لي؟ 17 congruent to 5 modulo 6. قاعد يقول لي إن 17 congruent لل 5 mod the 6. صحيح ولا لا؟ صحيح إذا كان 6 يقسم 17 it is, sorry, minus 5. Is it true ولا لا؟ صحيحة ولا لا؟ صحيحة. So this one is true. So yeah, it's correct in the 17 is congruent to 5 modulo 6. Check this one. 24 congruent to 14 mod 6. قاعد يقول لي إن 24 متطابق مع 14 لكن مود إيش؟ 6. To check اللي داخل 6 should divide the difference between 24 and 14. Is it? يعني 6 divide 10. لا ما هو صحيح. So this is ما هو صحيح، إذا هذا ما في congruent. So it's not correct in عندي congruent. Okay? Yeah, يكفي واحد من الشرطين. Division usually is what we are using. You got it now? Now, useful congruence theorem. زي ما احنا في الديفيجن أخذنا some theorems related to the division، راح يكون عندنا some useful congruence theorems as well. إذا كان عندي إن ال A is congruent to B mod M، وكان عندي C is congruent to D mod ال M، then ال A plus B is congruent to B plus C mod the same M. منتبهين إيش صاير؟ عندي إن ال A is congruent to B mod ال M، وعندي إن ال C is congruent to a D mod ال M. then لو جمعت ال A مع ال C A plus C، لو جمعت ال B مع ال D B plus D, again they are congruent with respect to mod M. And same thing if I multiply ال A في ال C is again congruent to B في D mod the same M I have. Okay? So as an application of this طبعا as an application, no, you shouldn't prove it طبعا, the proof is not included, بس هنا they just give you an example. حتى example هذا is not something comes in the exam, they are just showing you in this is working. الحين 7 is congruent to 2 مد ال 5 صح ولا لا؟ لأن ال 5 is dividing 7 minus 2. Also 11 is congruent to 1 مد ال 5. ليش؟ لأن ال 5 is dividing 11 minus 1. If I add 7 with 11, 2 with 1, this will be 18 and 3. Again, they are congruent. So that's true. هذا صحيح. Also, if I multiply 7 of 11, 77, 2 بال 1, which is 2. Again, they are congruent modulo 5, and this is true. Easy to be proven. هنا ال 5 divide 77 minus 2. يعني ال 5 divide 75 وهذا صحيح. So this one is correct. بس they are trying to show you إن this theorem is true with example. Clear? Now, the application of this, why actually we are taking this, it is used in what we call cryptology. Cryptology معناها التشفير. The science of making a secret message. Okay, we call it the cryptology. This is very important thing. راح تشوفونه بالكويز. عندكم question في TMA وفي الفاينل as well يجي questions على الكريبتولوجي. And it's very easy إن شاء الله. You will see it's very easy thing. Now one famous way to encrypt message. الحين encrypt message معناها we have two words you have to know. عندنا the word encrypt يعني make a secret message والopposite is decrypt يعني open the message that I have. عكس بعض هنا. Encrypt يعني make it a secret. Decrypt يعني get the original message out of it. Now let's understand what does this mean. One famous فك التشفير exactly. One famous way to decrypt message is the Caesar's encryption method. The Caesar's encryption method means shifting each letter three letters forward. كل حرف راح أحركه 3 حروف قدام. Like you can see here in the figure, the letter A حركته إلى D. The letter B أخذته لل E. Notice A, B, C, D. ال B راحت C, D, E, and so on. ال C go to the F, and so on. Each letter will go 3 letters forward. هاي طريقة في التشفير. أنا عندي كلمة ما أبغى أحد يفهمها، راح أحركها 3 خطوات قدام، راح أحرك 3 letters forward. Okay. الحين to make sure إن I'm moving within the 26 letters I have in the English language, we are using this function. F of B is equal to P plus 3, where the P from 0 to 25. ليش لحد 25؟ من 0 لحد 25 أنا عندي 26 letters في الإنجليزي صح ولا لا؟ So I'm moving لحد 26 بمعنى من 0 إلى 25 if I'm starting my counting from the 0. The function is the P go to P plus 3 mod 26. We use this table. ال A نعطيها الرقم 0. ال B راح نعطيه 1 C 2 لحد ال Z 25. You got that? Then we apply this function. إذا كان Caesar encryption we are adding 3 letters so it will be plus 3. طبعا to understand this we need to have an example. Check this example that we have here. Let's check this example. What is the secret message produced from this message? Good morning 0. I want to make it into a secret message. First step, we replace each letter with a number. For G, for example, is what number? It is 6. O is what number? 14. The other O, 14. The D is 3. Usually في الفاينل يعطونكم إياه. Usually في الفاينل صايرين يحطون لكم التيبل قدامكم. If they didn't, you can write it. تعرفون الألفابت من A ل Z وابدأوا الترقيم from the 0. We continue our work. ال M is 12, ال O is 14, ال N is 17, and so on with all the letters. We replace all the letters with numbers. This is what we call the P. Okay, بدلناها إلى numbers that are P. Okay, then we apply the function. The function is f of p is equal to p plus 3 mod 26. بمعنى ان كل ال p راح اضيف لها 3 راح اضيف لها 3. Be careful. 6 plus 3 is what? 9. 14 plus 3 is what? 17. 14 plus 3, 17. 3 plus 3, 6. Now check this one. لازم 3 the function is plus 3 معطيني اياها في السؤال على حسب السؤال طبعا. Some question it could be 4. Some question it could be a different function. Now this function is plus 3 اللي نسميها Caesar encryption. الحين check the 25. Check the 25. If you add 3, how much? It will be 28. طيب 28 أكثر من الليترز الموجودين عندي. أنا أوصل لحد 25 وأوقف. How can I do it? I subtract 26 and the result will be 2. أطرح منها 26. هذا معنى المدة 26. معناها بطرح منها 26. You got it? ل 25 لما أضفت لها 3 صارت 28. طيب 28 أكثر من 25 اللي أنا أتحرك عندها. أنا الماكسيمم I reach the 25 اللي هي الزد. So نطرح منها we subtract 26 and the result will be 2. لازم 3 بالاكزامبل هذا لأنه قال لي استخدم الفانكشن هذه. الحين I'm gonna show you إن some examples ما يستخدم ال 3 يستخدم another thing. Okay, so we do the same. We keep on adding 3. إذا عادي الرقم أقل من 25 we just write it. إذا if it is exceeding the 25 we subtract 26. Okay. Then this is the second step. The third step, change the letters back, the numbers back to be letters. What is the 9? The 9 is a J. What is the 17? It's R. What's the 17? R. 6 is J, and so on. This will be my secret message. This is my secret message. تشفير هذا هذا تشفير. آخر عدد 14 and 3 كلها plus 3 كلها we are adding 3. ليش we are adding 3؟ لأن this is the function they give me. You write it capital letter, small letter, it's up to you. It is up to you to use capital or small letters. So this will be the secret message. Now to change back the message into its original function, instead of adding 3, we will subtract 3. And we will do the same thing. And we say that we decrypt the message. Okay. قلت لكم الجدول هذا usually بالفاينل يجيبونه. في الكويز خلوه قدامكم. في الفاينل usually they give it to you. The number 2 is C. Yeah. Listen to me. Just 1 second. Let me fix this. The function that they give to me in this example is f of p is equal to p plus 3, and this is mod 26. This is the function that they give to me. فمعناها ان I have to add 3 each time. Each time we keep on adding, a 3 each time. الحين if you add the 3 and the result is less than 25, just write it. إذا الناتج بعد ما أني أضيف 3 is less than 25 أكتبه. If الناتج more than 25, what do I do? Subtract 26 and write the result. زي for example لما كان عندي 25 وجمعت لها 3 صارت 28. طيب 28 is more, so I subtract منها 26. The result will be 2. فأكتب 2. Got it? أعطيكم one more example. طيب أنا لو عندي مثلا 23، لو عندي 23 بضيف لها 3 بتصير كم؟ 26. إيش بسوي لها 26؟ أنا ما عندي في الجدول 26. I subtract 26. لا I have to subtract 26 لأن التيبل ما فيها 26. So this will be 0. Give me one more example طيب. أنا لو عندي for example let's say 29. ما ينفع 29 مستحيل إن 29. Now we are talking about something from the table. Say عندي 24. I'm gonna add 3. This will be 27. ما ينفع 27. So I have to subtract the 26. This will go to what? This will go to 1. So two cases. إما يكون عندي 25 less. Okay. أو يكون عندي أكثر من 25 من 26 and up. Okay. Now here we have this example. As you can see, check the function. إيش قاعد تسوي الفانكشن? What does the function do? Add how much? قاعد أضيف 11. شايفين إن not all the time it's 3. Depend on the question they are giving to me. They want me to encrypt this message, stop global warming, using this function. So I keep on adding 11. So طبعا step number 1, I'm gonna replace each one letter into a number. Those are the numbers I will get. Usually the students do this in a table. حطوا جدول، حطوا الحرف قدامه النمبر associate with it. So عندي 18, 19, 14, 15, 6 and 11, 14, 1, 0, 11 and so on. Those are the numbers I have. What's the number I'm adding here? I'm gonna add 11. So I will keep on adding 11. We will do decrypt. Don't worry, Aman. I'm gonna show you. الحين لو نقصت بالسالب بجمع 26. مو هنا أنا أطرح 26. هناك راح أجمع 26. I'm gonna show it to you. So هنا we keep on adding 11. 18 and 11 is how much? It's 29. 18 لو حطيت لها 11 it's 29. So I have to subtract, sorry. It's 29. So I have to subtract 26 منها. What will be the result? 3. فال18 راحت لل 3. What about the 19? It will go to 4. ال19 بحط لها 11. It will be 30. Subtract 26. This is 4. ال 26 يا هي قاعدة ثابتة. ليش؟ لأن أنا قاعدة أسويها مدة 26. مش أنا القسمة بالنسبة ل 26 مش مدة 26. This is why we subtract the 26. Why 26؟ قاعدين نستخدم الفانكشن ب 26 لأن I'm talking about 26 letters in the alphabet. We do the same thing with the 14. It will go to 25. The 15 will go to 0 and so on. واضحة الفكرة؟ If I do the 15 for example, ال 15 بجمع لها 11, it will be 26. بما إنها more than 25, I subtract 26 and the result will be 0. And so on with all the answers. Now this is the step 2 اللي هو changing using the function. The step 3 translate it again into letters. So the 3 is a D, the 4 is an E, the 25 is the Z طبعا, the 0 is the A, and so on. So this will be my secret message. الناتج النهائي برجع للجدول مرة ثانية to convert back the numbers. into letters, and this will be the secret message. You got the idea. الحين I have two people, they want to send a message to each other. They want this message to be secret. For one of them will use a function متفقينهم مثلا احنا we are using this function اللي هي +11. So one of them will change everything using this +11, send it to the other one. The other one will decrypt the message by subtracting 11. الحين هذا أضاف 11. الثاني عشان يرجعها زي ما كانت will subtract 11. And this is the example that we have. طبعا sometimes they think about it by using those circles that you can see. مش أنا ال A حركتها 4 forward، فإذا برجع بيكون 4 backward. ال A راحت لل D صح؟ وال B لل E وال C لل F وال D لل G. So looking at the circle you can see عندي السيركل الداخلية moved 3 steps forward. نعكسها go back. So هنا decrypt طبعا the same table. هذا the same table. So check this example. Now decrypt this message. Now you know it is a decryption لأن المسج is something that we cannot read. مو واضحة. It's not English language. Use this function. What is the function? If x is equal to x +7 mod 26. هذه encryption message. So what will be the decryption message? The decryption message is f -1 of x equal to x -7 now mod the 26. Yeah, so it will be -7. Be careful. الفانكشن اللي أعطاكم إياها هي الانكريبشن. الديكريبشن راح تكون عكسها with -7. So the same thing. أول خطوة first step I'm gonna change each letter that I have into a number using the table. L is 11, E is 4, W is 22, and so on. Easy thing صح؟ جدول قدامي الليترز نزلتها أرقام. الستيب نمبر 2 I will subtract 7 now. فمثلا نمشي عليها واحدة واحدة. ال 11 لو شلت منها 7 لو سويت -7 it will go to 4. فال 11 will go to 4. طيب the 4 if I subtract 7 what will be the result? -3. طيب أنا ما ينفع -3. What should I do? We add now 26. اجمعوا عليها 26. The result will be what? 23. عكس هناك. هناك كنت أجمع مثلا 7 وأطرح 26. هنا الopposite. We subtract 7 and we add 26. The result is 23 as you can see. في ال 22 subtract 7 15. في ال 11 subtract 7 4. ال 24 subtract 7 كلها هذه ماشية تمام. الحين الزيرو مثلا ده زيرو ها ده زيرو if I subtract 7 it will be what? -7. ينفع الكلام هذا؟ ما ينفع. I have to add 26 and then the result will be how much? 19 صح؟ 19 yeah كمان ليش 21 -7 لو بجمع لها 26 it's what 19 yeah so 0 بتروح لل 19 you got it وضحت الصورة ولا لا؟ طبعا لازم ال third step when we convert back the numbers into letters using the table that I have to know that my steps are correct. It should be something that we can read. Experience is a great teacher. So after converting those numbers into the letters from the table, this is what I got, and this will be the original message. That one, the decrypted message, this one is the original message. Easy ولا لا؟ طبعا this is one of the questions that like 100% of the students solve it. ما فيها أي تريك، مرة واضحة. ما فيها أي تريك. طبعا the function they give to you can differ from one question to one question. لا، لازم تطلع جملة مفهومة. إذا كانت غير مفهومة لازم الجملة تطلع مفهومة، والعكس طبعا. طيب الفانكشن اتفقنا إن السيزر function or the Caesar encryption function is the P plus 3 mod 26. اشتغلنا على الفانكشن f of p equal to p plus 11 mod 26. واشتغلنا على الفانكشن ال f of p is equal to p plus 7 mod 26. It could be in the function f of p is equal مثلا 2p plus 3 mod 26. عادي ان الفانكشن تكون بالشكل هذا. Okay, so the function differ from one question to one question, depends on what they want in the question. Okay. Now, one famous, you can see in this one is with a star, huh? إيش معناها؟ إيش اتفقنا؟ What does it mean إذا فيها star؟ معناها it is just for reading. One famous example of this encrypting thing is the hashing function. The hashing function is used in the computer as a memory location for the locations from 0 to 19. Okay? فالlocations عندي من 0 إلى 19. I'm talking about 20 locations, so it is mod 20 in this case. It's not mod 26 anymore, it's mod 20 لأن I'm talking about memory location. How many locations do I have? I have 20 locations. So h of x is equal to x plus 5 mod the 20. So the question is determine the memory location in which the numbers 57 32 and 98 are stored. أبغى أشوف أنا وين راح أحط ال 57 وين راح أحط ال 32 وين راح أحط ال 98. So for the 57 the function is plus 5 صح؟ The function is plus 5 لكن ننتبه it's mod 20. So we add 5 57. If we add 5, the result is 62. الحين مو احنا قاعدين نوقف عند ال 20 صح؟ So what should we do? Subtract 20. What will be the result? 42. لسه العدد كبير. I subtract 20 again. What will be the result? 22. Still the number is big. This will be 22, and again we subtract 20. What will be the result? 2. فبرح أوقف هنا. So I go to 2. The same concept. ما أنا قاعدة أوقف عند ال 20 ما ينفع إني أتجاوز ال 20. So I keep on subtracting the 20 لحد ما يطلع عندي رقم أقل من ال 20. So I keep on subtracting the 20 1 time, 2 times, 3 times till I get the result is equal to 2. So actually the 57 goes to 2. The same thing we're gonna do it with the 32. أنا عندي 32. I have to add 5. What will be the answer? 37. More than 20. What should I do? راح أطرح منها 20. What will be the result? 17. 17 is less than 20, so we just stop. It's equal to 17. Same thing with the 98 here. In 98, I'm gonna add 5. It's 103. ال 103 راح أطرح منها 20 5 مرات. This will give me 3. ولا It's 103. ال 100 عبارة عن 25 times. So subtract the 25 times. This will give you a remainder of 3. So the 98 go to 3. You got the idea? Huh? Okay, as I told you, this is for reading. What they want from you is that part of encrypting using the 26 as a mod. We're done with that part. نجي للبارت الجديد اللي هو البرايمز والgreatest common divisor. We know what does a prime mean. هذا الحين جزء مختلف تماما. ايش يعني البرايم؟ What does a prime mean? Exactly. معناها عدد أولي. معناها it is divided by 1 and itself only. Notice that the primes greater than 1. ال1 ما نحسبه إنه prime لأن it is just divisible by itself. نبدأ من 2 3 5 7 11 13 17 23 عندنا 27 and 29 and so on. Not 27, sorry, 29 and so on. So those are the primes. Notice إنه we have infinitely many primes. عندنا عدد غير منتهي من البرايم. Non-prime integer, the integer that is not prime, we call it composite. Composite بالعربي معناها قابل للتحليل. Because it can be composed to be a multiplying of two integers that are greater than 1. مثلا, for example, 4 is not a prime لأن it's a multiplication of 2 في 2. عندنا مثلا 6 is not a prime because it's a multiplication of 2 في 3. It's composite in this case, we call it composite. It can be composed to be a multiplication of two numbers هنا. Okay? طبعا those are the primes that we have and you have to memorize them. عارفينها احنا. It's the 2, the 3, the 5, the 7, 11, 13 and the 17. Also we have the 19. Also we have the 23 and also we have the 29 and so on. Not 29, sorry. 23, 24, 25, no. 26, no. 27, no. 29, and so on of the primes that we have. ماشي? You can find them in the book. They already gave you a hard copy of the book, huh? لا ما هي مضاعفات الأعداد الفردية, لا. They are numbers that we call them a primes. They could يعني عندنا التو مثلا ما هو فردي زوجي ولكن it's a prime. So we cannot say إن all the primes are prime معناها إنها فردي, لا. طبعا if it is زوجي it's divisible by 2. فكل الأعداد الزوجية أكبر من 2 are not a prime. لكن ال 2 زوجي ولكن it's prime, so I cannot say إن ال prime معناها it's فردي. So the fundamental theorem of arithmetic state the following. الواحد ما هو أولي لأن it's divisible by just itself. ما يقبل القسمة إلا على نفسه. العدد يكون أولي إذا كان يقبل القسمة على واحد وعلى نفسه. يعني عنده عددين يقسم عليهم, نفسه والواحد. الواحد بس على نفسه. You got it? طيب, the fundamental theorem of arithmetic state the following. Every positive integer that's greater than 1 has a unique representation as a prime or as a product of two or more primes. بمعنى أي عدد يا إنه هو prime يا إنه هو a multiplication of prime. زي for example, the 2 is a prime. The 4 is not a prime, but it is written as a 2 bit 2. The 6 is not a prime, but it can be written as a 2 bit 3, where 2 and 3 are prime. عندنا مثلا ال 12 can be written as a 2 في 2 في 3 ولا؟ صح ولا لا؟ It's 4 bit 3, which is 2 bit 2 bit 3. The 10, for example, is written as 2 bit 5. The 2 is a prime, well 5 is a prime. So any number is either a prime or a product of a prime. The prime factor are written in order of non-decreasing size. We use the tree or a division to find the prime factorization of a number. فمثلا 100 is equal to 2 في 2 في 5 في 5, which is 2 to the power 2 في 5 to the power 2. 999 is equal to 3 في 3 في 3 في 37, which is 3 to the power 3 في 37. 1024, it's known to be 2 to the power 10. So it is a multiplication of a prime, and this is what we call the prime factorization of a number. Now the big question here, how did they write that? And here for the 4, for the 6, the 12, the 10, I can think about how to factorize it. So if I have a big number like 100, how can I know that? Let me remind you about what to do. First of all, in case I want to factorize a number, I have to list all the primes that I have from the least to the highest. أنا عندي 2 وعندي 3 وعندي 5 وعندي 7 وعندي 11. What else I have? I have the 13, I have the 17, and so on. Those are the basic prime numbers I have in increasing order from the least to the highest. If I want to factorize a number like a 100, I write the 100 and I put a line. Do you remember this? I start checking the primes I have. أبدأ بأصغر واحد, the 2. Does the 2 divide the 100? Yes, the 2 divide the 100, so I write the 2. Use your calculator. Divide 100 على 2, this equal to what? 50. أكتب 50. Again, I repeat the step. أشوف ال 50 وأشوف ال primes من الصغير إلى الكبير. Does the 2 divide the 50? Yeah. And what will be the result? 25. أرجع مرة ثانية. I check. The 2 divide the 25? Does it? No. طيب the 3 divide the 25? No. طيب the 5 divide the 25? Yeah. So I write 5. الحين لو قسمت 25 على 5, what will be the result? 5. Clearly 5 is divided by 5 and the result is 1. And I stop here since I get 1. خلاص. شايفين النمبرز اللي هنا؟ هذه البرايم فاكتورايزيشن. عندي 2 في 2 في 5 في 5. This equal to the 100. I can write it as 2 to the power 3, 2 to the power 2, I'm sorry, multiply it with 5 to the power 2. And this is what we call the prime factorization of a number. Let's try one more example. كان عندنا 999. طيب أنا لو أبغى أحلل ال 999, again I come to my primes. من الصغير إلى الكبير أبدأ أجرب. ال 2 divide the 999 ولا لا؟ Does it? No. طيب أجرب ال 3. Does it? It does. So we write 3. What will be the result? 3, 3, and 3. Again, الحين one point. الحين أنا مشيت على الاثنين وما نفعت وجربت ال 3 ما أرجع أجرب الاثنين أكمل تحت. Again, the 3 works here and the result is 1, 1, 1. Divisible by 3? It is, and the result is 37. الحين 37 is a prime, so 37 and 1. We stop here. 37 is not divisible by any of other numbers. It's just divisible by itself. So we take those numbers here. This will give me in the 999 is equal to 3, multiply with the 3, multiply with the 3, multiply with 37, which means it is a 3 to the power 3, multiply with 37. لا طبعا ما هو عدد أولي. انت شايفه ال 999 حللتها الى كم؟ It's multiplication of 4 numbers. كيف انها عدد اولي؟ عدد اولي اذا ما كان اقدر اسوي له الاناليزيشن هذا، خلاص هو بس هو just stand by itself. Okay. Now simple example. لو قلت لكم ال 20 factorize the 20 divisible by 2. Yeah, what will be the result? 10. Divisible by 2. Yeah, and what will be the result? 5. Divisible by 2? No. Divisible by 3? No. Divisible by only the 5, and the result is 1. We stop here. We take the numbers, and then we write in the 20 is equal to 2 في 2 في 5, which is 2 to the power 2 multiplied with 5. بالضبط يا هيا، لأن لما جربت بالآلة الحاسبة قسمت على 2 ال 999 يطلع فواصل، فما ينفع. أنا قاعد أتكلم عن integers هنا، فرحت للثلاثة، ما تقبل القسمة، معناها it's not divisible. Okay. مثلا 36. Let's factorize the 36. ها. Divisible by 2. تقبل على 2 ولا لا؟ تقبل على 2. And the result is 13. ال 13 أصلاً برايم، فما راح يقبل لا على 2. لا, it says 18. Sorry. Who said 13? You confused me. It is 18. It is 18. Yeah, it's fine. So it is 18. Divisible by 2 again? Yeah, again it's divisible by 2. And what will be the result? 9. Divisible by 2? La. Divisible by 3. And the result is 3. Divisible by 3. And the result is 1. And we stop here. And here we go. Then I will have in the 36 is equal to 2 for 2 for 3 for 3 equal to 2 to the power 2 multiply with 3 to the power 2. This is the prime factorization of 36. Good. الحين how can I know in a number is a prime or a composite? You asked, one of you asked me this question. طيب الحين 37 مثلا, how did I know it is composite? I have to try to divide it with all the primes less than it, and if it is not divisible by any of them, then I say it is a prime. Easier way, this theorem. The integer n is said to be composite integer if it has a prime divisor that is less than the root of this number. If it happened in the n and the prime divisor then less than its root, then we say the number is a prime. Before I go to this example, let me show you the 37, for example. Let me show you the 37. What is the root of 37? Use your calculator. Give me what is the root of the 37. Huh? Waiting for your answer. 6.08. هذا step number 1. Step number 2. What are primes less than 6.08? ايش البرايمز اللي هي اقل من 6.08؟ 2 وال 3 وال 5. Step number 3, let me check. Does the 2 divide 37? Does the 3 divide 37? Does the 5 divide 37? جربوا لي اياها بالآلة الحاسبة. تقبل ولا لا؟ None. هذا ما يقسم وهذا ما يقسم وهذا ما يقسم. So none of the primes less than the root of the number divided, which means in 37 is a prime. لأن ولا واحد من الأرقام اللي أقل من الروت من البرايمز اللي هي less than the root of the number divided, this means that my number is a prime. Check the examples here. The 49. إيش root 49? What's the root of 49? 7. إيش البرايمز اللي less than the root of 49? It is 2, 3, 5 و 7. البرايمز اللي أقل من الروت اللي هي 2 و 3 و 5 و 7. طبعا 7 divide the 49, which means that this number, the 49, is dividable actually by 7, which implies in the 49, is composite. Yeah, not a prime, which means composite. The 16, طبعا احنا عارفين 16 is 4 بالفور. But if I want to prove it, what's the root of 16? It is 4. What are the primes less than the root of 16? 2 and the 3. And the 2 actually divide the 16, which means that this number is not prime, which means it is composite. Yeah. So an integer is said to be prime إذا ما عنده anything that divided none of the prime that are less than root of n is dividing it. فمثلا 13, the root of 13 is 3.6. What are the primes less than 3.6? They are 2 and the 3. 2 is not dividing the 13. Well, 3 is not dividing the 13, which implies in the 13 is not a prime. Okay? This proves that this number is not a prime. This is good for big number. الحين إذا I have a big number and I want to check it's a prime or it's a composite number, I find the root of this number, make the trails list for myself. I try all the primes less than the root of this number. None of them is working. This means my number is a prime. طبعا الآلة الحاسبة مسموح فيها. Yeah. So this is the technique. Step number 1, find the root of n. Step number 2, list all the primes that are less than the root that you have. Step number 3, find all the prime factors that divides your number n. So هنا معطيكم examples for the 100. Show me that this 100 is composite. The first step depends on the question. Yeah, Ahmed. Sometimes it's multiple choice question. You don't have to write steps. If it is like show, prove, you have to write the steps. So if you want to show me that the 100 is composite, we find the root of the 100, which equal to 10. We list all the primes less than 10, عندي 2 عندي 3 وعندي 5 وعندي 7. الحين we try to check the 2 divide the 100. Yeah, the result is 50. بما إن واحد فيهم is dividing, then the number is composite, which means the number is composite. طبعا also the 5 divided, but I just want to prove it's composite, so 1 divide is enough. الحين show me that 101 is not a prime. It is not a composite, sorry, it is a prime. Show me that 101 is a prime. What is the root of 101? The root of 101 is 10 and something, so I can say it's almost 10. What are the primes that are less than 10? I have the 2 and the 3 and the 5 and the 7. The 2 is not dividing. The 3 is not dividing. The 5 is not dividing. The 7 is not dividing. فولا واحد فيهم is dividing, which means the number is a prime. You got the idea? Yeah, good. Exactly. All the primes less than or equal to the root I have of my number. Yeah. لما ما يقبل القسمة على none of those primes, this means it is a prime number. Now here we have the 7007 here. The primes that we have are 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 17, 19, and so on. Those are the primes from the least to the highest. Let's finish this one first. So the first step, I find the root of 7007, it is 83. You can see how we minimize our options. ما عندي إلا 83, so I will check all the primes less than 83. But برضو still in all the primes less than 83 are too much. So we will try to list the primes as much as we can. I have the 2 and the 3 and the 5, the 7, 11, 13, 17, and 19. So we start dividing. Actually, 7 divide the 7007, and the result is 101. Again, it is divisible by 7, and the result is 143. 143 divisible by 11, the result is 13. 13 divisible by 13, and the result is 1. This is as if we do it this way. We have 7007, it's divisible by 7. And the result is 1001, divisible by 7. The result is 143, divisible by 11, 13, 13, and 1. So it is 7 multiplied with 7, multiplied with 11, multiplied with 13. So it is 7 to the power 2, multiply 11, multiply with 13. لا, the prime numbers are from more than 1. حتى مش من ال1, it's starting 2 and up. We don't have negative primes. It's not a prime if it is negative. Now, the important part of this is how to find the greatest common divisor and how to find the least common multiple between two numbers. The greatest common divisor اللي هو GCD, we refer to this one with the GCD between two numbers A, B. It's a divisor that is common and that is the greatest between two numbers A and B. If I have two numbers, two integers actually, A and B, not both are 0, the largest positive integer D that divide both A and B is what we call the greatest common divisor. Now what does divisor mean? قاسم, factor, it divides the number that I have. So if I want to find the GCD between 24 and 36, I check the divisors of a 24. Now, this is the primitive way. We have an advanced way. I'm going to learn you how to do it. So first of all, if I'm thinking about what are the divisors of a 24, 1 divided 24, 2 divided, 3 divided, 4, 6, 8, 12, and 24. Those are all the divisors of 24. صح ولا لا? Those are all the divisors that I have. What are the divisors of 36? It is 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 6 and 9, 12, 18, and 36. What is the greatest common divisor in between them? It's 12. أكبر قاسم مشترك ما بين العددين is 12. So we say in the greatest common divisor between the two numbers is 12. What is the technique to do that? Let me show you how to do that using the knowledge that we have. مو دائما أنا لازم أفكر إنه what are the divisors of the two numbers. We have a way to do it. I want to find the GCD, the greatest common divisor between 24 and 36. We do the following. We factorize the 24. We factorize the 36. حلل العددين. 24 is divisible by 2 and the result is 12. 12 is divisible by 2 and the result is 6. Divisible by 2 and the result is 3. Divisible by now 3, and the result is 1, and I'm done. So the 24 is equal to what? 2 power 2 and 3 power 1. Factorize the 36. حللوا لي the 36. دائما راح يكون عندي البرايم نمبرز هنا عشان اخذ من عندهم. Okay. So the 36 by 2. Yeah. The result is 18. 2. The result is 9. 3. The result is 3. 3. The result is 1. صح كده؟ Yeah. So the 36 is written as 2 power 2 multiplied with 3 power 2. هذا الفactorization of 36 وهذا الفactorization of 24. الحين how can I find the GCD? The GCD between the two numbers, the 24, أحط الرقمين فوق بعض. The factorization of the two numbers فوق بعض. I have هنا 2 power 2 في 3 to the power 1, and the second number is 2 to the power 2 في 3 to the power 2. It is equal to, just 1 second. Okay, this is 2 to the power 3. Yeah, this is 2 to the power 3. You are correct. Yeah, you are correct. 2 to the power 3, 3 power 1, 2, 2, and 3, 2. So the GCD is equal to 2 to the power of maximum of the power of the 2's. The minimum, sorry, power of the 2's. What will be the minimum power هنا? 2. And what's the minimum power of the power of 3 هنا? It is 1. آخذ أصغر الباور لل2 وأصغر باور لل3, which is 1. So the result will be 2 to the power 2 multiplied with the 3 to the power 1, which is actually 4 multiplied with 3, which equal to 12. So this answers the question. What's the GCD? It's equal to 12. What did we do هنا? أول step جبت البرايم factorization of the two numbers. السكند step حطيت البرايم factorization in a parallel way. أخذت least power or the least power of the numbers that I have. The least power will give me the greatest common divisor. باقي لنا a little bit. Just give me more 5 minutes, okay? So I take the least power. So this will give me my GCD here. Okay, so here we have the way to find the GCD. They give you an example. First of all, we find the minimum, as we said, power of the common factor after factorizing the two numbers. So if I want to find the GCD between 24 and 180, this is the prime factorization of a 24. This is the prime factorization of 180. نكتبهم فوق بعض in a parallel way. So this one is a 2 power 3. This one is a 3 power 1. The second one is 2 power 2 and 3 power 2 and 5 power 1. إذا ما في power معناها power 1. Now notice إن هنا ما عندي 5. So I just can add 5 to the power 0 عشان أخلي في balance ما بينهم. So I take the minimum power of the 2. What's the minimum power of the 2? إيش أصغر power لل2? 2. What's the minimum power of the 3? 3 power 1. What's the minimum power of the 5? 5 power 0. So this will be the answer. 2 to the power 2, which is 4, multiply with the 3, multiply with 1, and the answer will be 12. So this is how we find the GCD. Prime factorize the two numbers. اكتبوهم بشكل parallel. Take the minimum power. This will give you the GCD. Now this is an example. I have the two numbers 360 and 3500. هذا البرايم factorization, the prime factorization of the second number. طبعا practice تأكدوا how they find this 360 divisible by 2, the answer 180 divisible by 2, 90 divisible by 2, 45 divisible by 3, 15 divisible by 3, 5 divisible by 5, 1. So it is 2 to the power 3 for 3 to the power 2 for 5. Check how they found 3500 طبعا ها. Check how we find the prime factorization. This will be the prime factorization of the two numbers. Step number 1 is finding the prime factorization. Step number 2 باخذ the minimum power. How can I take the minimum power? Let me write the two factorization in a parallel way. هذه 2 power 3, 3 power 2, and 5 will be 5 power 1. This one is 2 power 2, and I have 5 to the power 3, and I have 7 power 1. طبعا since I don't have a 3 هنا, I'm gonna add a 3 0. Since I don't have 7 هنا, I'm gonna write 7 0. صار بشكل ايش؟ مرتب فوق بعض. So take the minimum power of the two. What will be the result? Any number in a 2 power 0 is 1. 5 to the power 0, يا رنا, is equal to what? It's 1. Try it with your calculator. Any number to the power 0 is 1. So what is the minimum power of the 2 هنا? It is 2. What's the minimum power of the 3 هنا? It's the 0. What's the minimum power of the 5? 1. Minimum power of the 7 is 0. So it is actually 3 0 هذه 1. With 7 0 هذه is the 1. So we remain with 2 2 and 5 1 equal to 20. Now, special case, when the GCD between the two numbers is equal to 1. If it happened in ما لقيت common divisor between two numbers but the 1, this is a special case, and we say the two numbers are relatively prime. ننتبه للمصطلح. They are relatively prime, not prime. 17 is a prime, 22 is a prime. ما هو prime. It's not a prime 22. It is 11 multiplied with a 2. But the two numbers, if you try to find the GCD, you will get the GCD is equal to 1. So we say they are relatively prime. يعني أوليان بالنسبة لبعضهما. This what does it mean? You got it? So two numbers are said to be relatively prime if the GCD between them is equal to 1. فمثلا عندي ال GCD between the 11 and the 2 is equal to 1. They are relatively prime. They don't have a common divisor but the 1. ما يقسمهم هم الاثنين مع بعض إلا ال 1. Now the last thing is the least common multiple, or what we call the LCM. The LCM is a positive integer, which is the smallest positive integer that is a multiple of both A and B. لازم قيمة الأس. كيف يا روينا نسيتوا تجيبون قيمة الأس؟ لازم. كيف راح أجيب الجي سي دي إذا ما حطيت الباور؟ Find me here the LCM between 6 and 10. The step is as following. The same thing. We factorize the two numbers. لكن we take the maximum power in this case. مش في GCD we take the minimum power. في LCM we take the maximum power. So if I want to find this LCM between 6 and 10, it is like 2 multiply 3. And the 10 is 2 multiply 5. So I can say this one is 2 power 1 for 3 to the power 1. And I can say the second number is 2 to the power 1 for 5 to the power 1. Okay. If you don't want to write here 3 0 and you don't want to write here 5 0, it's fine. لكن be careful إن you are taking the maximum power هنا. What's the maximum power of the 2? It's 2, 1. What's the maximum power of the 3? It's a 3, 1. What's the maximum power of 5? It's 5, 1. So the LCM is 2 for the 3 for the 5. It's equal to 30. Same thing here. We are finding the LCM between 24 and 180. This is the prime factorization. This is the prime factorization. When أكبر power لل2? 2, 3. Where is the biggest power of the 3? It's a 3, 2. What is the biggest power of the 5? It is 5, 1. So it is 2, 3, 3, 2, and 5, 1. The answer is 360. You got it? Finding the GCD, finding the LCM is a very important thing for the quiz, and in the final exam, you should see a question about finding the GCD and the LCM. And that's it for today. We leave the last 10 slides for next time, inshallah, with the revision. ماشي? So next time we will review this. I'm gonna show you some questions as a practice, and we will finish this slide as well.